Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM. We're nearing the end of our first hour on the show tonight, and it is now time to hear from Veg Ingram, the Gawler and District Softball Association President, and another big week of softball in regional South Australia. Veg, how you doing?
Fantastic, and I'm absolutely loving this weather at the moment. It's definitely softball weather as opposed to the rain that we have had over the past few weeks.
Oh, let's hope it's here to stay, Veg. Now, a lot of people will be wondering about whether the Giants have resurrected their form. We've been covering them a fair bit, Veg, but unfortunately it hasn't been the best of news by which to cover them. So just tell us, did things get any better last Friday evening?
Yeah, so last Friday night the men played Hillbillies. Now, Hillbillies were last season's premiers, so they are a very strong side. They had some big hitters that definitely found the gaps last Friday night. Giants lost that one 16-4. This week they'll be taking on Tigers again. Now, Tigers have a very good pitcher, so Giants will need to focus on their batting this week. The way NAMSA works is they play the first half of the season where everyone plays everyone, and then in the second half, so after Christmas, they'll actually split them into different divisions. So once we see how everyone's pending on the premiership table, by the end of the year, then we can see what grades are going to go into for next season or for next part of the season in January.
Well, the Giants will be looking to rebound this evening, Veg, so give us your rundown. Is there any possibility that they might finally get that monkey off their back?
I really hope they do. I will be out there supporting them, so I really hope they do get out there. But as I say, Tigers do have a strong pitcher, so they'll really need to focus on their batting. But they have been doing a lot of batting practice off a pitching machine, so that's provided a lot of consistency on hitting those fast pitches. So fingers crossed for tonight's game.
Most definitely. All right, let's get into the other action that we've got to discuss. So the under-14s last weekend. Just tell us what went down.
Yeah, so last weekend we had Kangas were playing Trinity College Red. Unfortunately, Trinity College Red had to forfeit against Kangas. So when there's a forfeit, the team wins 7-0. So Kangas theoretically won that one. The other game was Trinity College Yellow versus Giants. So Giants team played really well that game. They scored 7 runs in the first innings and retired the first 3 batters. They continued to dominate the game, winning that game against Trinity College Yellow 12-2. So that was an exciting game to watch. Now, under-14s moving into this week, we have at 9:30 on Diamond 1, we have Kangas versus Trinity College Yellow, with Tani Lapworth from Trinity and Lily Smith from Kangas both taking the mound for their respective teams. It should be a good contest to watch that one. And the other under-14 game this week is Trinity College Red versus Giants on Diamond 2 at 9:30 again. Giants are coming off the win from last week and are really finding that team cohesion. Now they've been playing together for a little part of the season, so they'll be looking for another win.
All right, now Veg, give us a roundup of what went down on the mounds with the under-17s last weekend.
Yeah, so the under-17s, unfortunately, we are sports facing at the moment, as we will continue to do. COVID always plays a little bit of an issue, and you get a few players out, and unfortunately, that's the team out. So unfortunately, Blue Jays had to forfeit against Giants last week in the under-17s. But this week, Giants have the bye, so Kangas will be taking on Blue Jays at 11:30. Kangas are sitting on top of the ladder, and so they may have the upper edge in this game, but Blue Jays are playing so well across all their grades at the moment, it could be anyone's game.
Now, Div 2 is very competitive, Veg. Did we get some evenly poised games being played out last weekend on the Diamonds in Div 2?
Yeah, so Div 2, we had Kangas versus Giants. So Giants fought really hard, but with some strong batting from Kangas, they took the win 7-3. And in the other Div 2 game was Two Wells versus Blue Jays. Two Wells batted through but were dominated by Blue Jays. Blue Jays continued to build, getting a couple of runs each innings, and it was this defensive effort with their consistent scoring across the game that earned them the win. They ended up winning 12 runs to 6. So Blue Jays played really well that game. Now, the Division 2 for this week. At 4 o'clock in Division 2, we have Kangas versus Blue Jays on Diamond 1. So this should be a good, tight contest. Kangas are always as strong with the bat, But recently, Blue Jays have also been strong, so this game could go either way. Then in the other Division 2 game at 4 o'clock, we have Two Wells versus Giants. So Two Wells lost last week against Blue Jays, and Giants have been playing well, but you never know which way the games are going to go.
All right, we'll take a look at Div 1. So bring us up to speed on what went down last weekend in the Premier Seniors action.
Yes, so in Division 1 last week, we had Kangas Blue versus Blue Jays. So this was a close game all the way through with some exciting and batting and fielding displayed by both teams. Tia McGregor from Blue Jays hit 2 home runs, but the final score was Kangas Blue 10 and Blue Jays 9, so a very close game. The other Division 1 game was Two Wells versus Giants. So this was a tight game as well, and it's the first time I've ever seen 5 complete innings in 75 minutes. So that was a good effort. It was a very quick, short, out in the field, get in and have a bat and swap over. So the play of the day went to Giants when Megan Conway from Two Wells hit a screamer of a hit to right field. Right field chased the ball through to the second base player, who threw to the first base player, who threw to home to get tagged out the runner. At home plate. So that was an exciting game to watch. So Giants came out on top, winning 8-3. Now, in Division 1 this week at 2 o'clock, we have Kangas Grey versus Kangas Blue. So another Kanga off for the Division 1. So my money would be on Kangas Blue, who are sitting on top of the ladder, but you never know which way the games are going to go. And then the other Division 1 game at 2 o'clock is Two Wells versus Blue Jays. So Blue Jays had a close game last week and are playing really well at the moment. So if I was to take an educated guess, I think Blue Jays may have the upper hand, but they are playing Two Wells, who are last season's premiers, so you never know which way the games are going to go.
Veg Ingram, the Gawler and District Softball Association President, we thank you so much for your time. Hope all the action runs smoothly across the weekend. We'll speak next week.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ellis. Enjoy your weekend.